Welcome to Tough Talks with Shawn, a LLBR product. I am with the homie Latoya. How you doing, girl?
Good, how are you?
I am pretty good. Had a good day at PT. The shit didn't hurt today, so
That's good.
yeah, progress is being made. And celebrating with a little bit of whiskey. So doing this thing, just trying to not be tied to Tim anymore. You know, run the leg, man. Yeah, it's throwing me off. It's throwing me
Okay.
off.
Tiny Tim is crazy though.
I'm just saying, man. One leg I'm walking around. Can I have some more?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? 2024 has been a very interesting start.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
got off to an interesting start.
yeah.
I think this might be the first time since I was like 15 I was holeless. Hey, puberty. Like,
Not holeless.
I was holeless before, but I wasn't after until now. Uh, I just
I'm
saying,
good.
man. After 2024, I guess that's what it's looking like.
It's giving a little something. Well, hopefully it won't be too long. Now that you done put it out there.
I mean, manifest, right? Put my crystals on the windowsill.
I'm crying.
Charge them joints up.
Not charging up.
Go get one of them African sex dolls to bring good fortune.
I ain't never seen one before.
They got like different dolls for like different statues for
Okay.
different things. So you might
Okay.
like some for money. Of course, I'm gonna get one of them, but give me some like a coochie doll.
Not a coochie doll.
Get the coochie doll going. So, hey.
Interesting.
But other than that, what you got going? When you got anything you want to promote, plug?
Um, Everybody can just kind of follow me on all platforms. Is Eruditelle, Eruditelle. That's on Instagram, TikTok, and that's kind of where I am mainly. Instagram and TikTok, mainly TikTok. But they can follow me over there and just click the link in the bio and check out different products and services that may support them. You know, I'm here for tough talks. I ain't really here for me. So.
I mean, you are the tough talk. You are the tough talk. So we just trying to get it done. So we gonna get cracking to it.
Okay.
So Miss Toya, she's a nomad, guys, and I'm gonna let her explain that to you guys for the ones, especially the ones that don't understand or know.
Okay, so I am what you call like a digital nomad. So I live and work kind of a bit of everywhere. I have one centralized location where I am, and then from there, I just every month I'm somewhere else. I'm somewhere different. It works well for me because I really love my freedom, and I discovered this lifestyle a little bit after some time after I got divorced. I was trying to figure out like what's my next move? What am I about to do? You know how
Shout
you
out to
think.
the divorces.
I'm sick of you. But you know how it goes. Like when you go through the period, like, dang, okay, I thought we was gonna be doing this forever. So
Right.
we're not doing this forever. So I gotta figure out what my life gonna be like. So after being like depressed for a while, I was like, okay, how do you want to really live? And I was like, I just want to live free. So I just made a decision. I'm just gonna do it. I think I just booked my first ticket and was just like, I'm just gonna go from there. And I literally been rolling and doing it ever since for now about a year now. And so I really love it. I enjoy it. It gives me the freedom I need, the creativity I need to be able to work in my business. And then it's really fun in dating. So it all just kind of works out for me very well.
That mama was a rolling stone. Do 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 do. Wherever she lay her wig is a home.
I'm crying.
You know, I feel that. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, so what is like the occupation that you do? If
Okay.
you want to just say you want to keep it brief or you want to go into detail, like what's the occupation that allows you to be able to move and groove and still work?
Okay. So I'm a feminine lifestyle strategist, and I basically support women in three key ways, which is helping them master their authentic feminine design, helping them regulate their emotions, helping them create seamless income, which basically is using your mind to be able to make money instead of like exhausting yourself by doing a lot of hard work. And then also supporting them if they want to kind of live a lifestyle that I'm living where they can build a digital based business model so they can travel anywhere in the world. My business literally supports me being able to do what I do. I do fine in an aspect enough for me to be able to do what I need to do, and I really love what I do. And I'm a living example of what I do. So I support other women in who want to live a lifestyle that is similar.
I need you to tap into some masculine streaming. I'm trying to make some more money my damn self.
I got, I got some tips for you. I don't really work with men, but the men
I'm
I'm
trying
cool
to,
with, I always put them on game. So I got
yeah, I'm trying to give me a soft nigga era.
not a song.
So I'm
Can
tired of working hard. And my leg bad now, so I gotta get easier. I gotta
I,
work smarter.
listen, everybody got to work smarter. So I got you. I got you.
For sure, for sure. So that's good. We get sister empowerment, no brunches.
Yeah, no brunches. No brunches. And I'm not every woman's woman, okay? I'm for the women who for real. It ain't for everybody. I
Yeah,
ain't
this it reminds me of this tweet. It's one of my favorite tweets all the time. This lady said, I don't support all women. Some of these bitches stupid.
I concur. I concur. So I don't support everybody. I'm not for everybody. I'm not gonna act like I am. I'm not.
Yeah, I take about time, man. I ain't everybody cup of tea. I'm somebody cup of I'm somebody tea. Shit. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm somebody's shot of whiskey.
Hmm.
I tell women all the time, I ain't Derrick Jackson. I'm gonna call these niggas out. I ain't Kevin Samuels. I ain't gonna hate on you. I'll hold you accountable.
Absolutely.
Everybody gotta get it.
Absolutely. I'm the same way. Like I wouldn't say I'm a shot of whiskey or even cup of tea. I definitely am your true serum though.
So you what they put in your veins make people tell the truth.
Absolutely. You gonna tell the truth when you're talking to me, because I already know.
You try to fight it. What is this?
Right.
What is this in
Right.
my veins?
Right.
The fun thing about it, I just got done watching a spy show called The Americans. It's like an older show.
Hmm.
They did this shit.
Yeah, it's a. I think they did it in a movie. What was it?
They do it now, like spy like movies.
Yeah, they do. I forgot the name. I think it was Divergent. Yeah, where
Yeah,
they
they
make
do it in
you.
it.
Mm-hmm. True
We had to
serum.
figure out where they gotta go, which house or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so well, you already alluded to the main topic was how do you do this pimping?
Not,
Why you international pimping?
not international, babe.
International pimping.
We need to start singing "I Choose You."
Yeah, I mean, so you say you moving around, you moving, grooving. So like,
Yeah.
how does that work? You know what I'm saying? As far as I mean, of course, casual dating is easy to do,
Mm-hmm.
but they just say like a main squeeze or shit get a little serious. How does that work? How does guys take to you being on the move the way you are? Because I know niggas will just be real, territorial and shit.
Yeah. You can't really be territorial dealing with me in this space unless you're willing to
Move.
move or put down on this territory so I can stay put. It has to make sense for me to really stay put with you, if that makes
Right.
sense. So for me, it's I only like how I date anyways. I choose travel assignments based on in cities that I want to see certain things. So let's say, for example, I like hot air ballooning, right? And there's a hot air balloon festival that happens every year in New Mexico. So if I make a decision that I'm going to go down there and I meet someone in that space, that's normally how it is. I normally go places doing things that I really enjoy and I end up meeting people in those spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's somebody that I think is attractive and I'm coming to their city and I know that they think I'm attractive, I'll just kind of ask them, "Hey, I'm going to be in your city. Do you mind showing me around? I'm kind of new, whatever the case may be. I want to see something." And if they are with that, they'll say yes, and they'll plan something or whatever the case may be.
That's
Um,
what travel. That's what I used to do when I go on vacation.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they
So I
be like,
mean,
how
it's
you get it, girl? Man, bro. I just say, look them up in their city. All right, let's tap in, hit these messages. Hey, big head.
Right. I'm just like, hey, I'm in your, and then I'm like, I'm in your city. I'm a woman. I don't really know where I'm going. I want to feel safe. And of course, that activates like the protector in the men. So they're like, of course. And they're like, oh, let's go do this. You want to do this? You want to do that? And it just kind of works. But I always tell men up front, like, I roster date. You can't put a stake on me unless you're prepared to like really be with me long term. And for me to be with someone long term, it has to make sense because I'm very like forward thinking.
Mm.
So if you're not really on that, we can just keep having a good time. Like I'm not in your business about what you got going on and what you're doing. That has nothing to do with me. I automatically assume anyway, if you're not asking me, you want to solely be with me or whatever the case may be, then I'm going to automatically assume that you're dealing with other people. And that has
Yeah,
nothing to do
that's
with
what
me.
it
It's not
is.
my business.
A lot of time, man. I tell women I date, you're like, bro, I don't care about these other niggas. As long as I get my time, the only thing I probably care about is if you like fucking other motherfuckers. I don't
Mhm.
care that you're fucking them. That just means I need to make sure to wrap it up
Yeah,
every time.
yeah,
Other than that, let's
yeah,
go to these movies. Let's go get this drink.
yeah, yeah. And for in my case, it's interesting too because I haven't had sex in almost 2 years.
Wow. I'm going.
So it's
I'm just
either
going a month in a few days. I'm about to explode.
oh yeah, but and I'm sure you know as people who do their work and hold themselves accountable, a lot of people will just make you be like, yeah, I don't even want to be like that with you because you don't even think right.
That's why I fuck them first before you get to know
Exactly.
their brain. Because as soon as they say something stupid, I get that. So I just gonna get it out the way.
See, and I can't. I have to know, like, I have this thing, like, if you dumb or if you can't think, like, you're not forward thinking, I'm so turned off. It's never.
Yeah,
It
that's why
just
I can get
not.
it out the way. That's why I just before we get too in depth. Because as soon as you say something stupid, I'm like, all right, that's a wrap.
I understand it. I can understand that. But for the most part, the only ones who have issues, I think I've ran into one guy who was territorial, but to me, the ones who are super territorial are the ones who are not ready to make real moves. So why the hell are you so territorial? You need to have a seat.
I don't
You
know.
need to have a seat. You don't need
Guess
to
that's
be
the
trying to
street
clock
says.
me.
I guess that's the masculine energy and all that.
Yeah, you don't need to clock me. If you're not really prepared for me, then
Hmm.
that's okay. But don't try to clock me though. That ain't gonna work for me.
So you can give me your business for real. What made you choose not to be fucking for 2 years? Is this by accident, or you just looked up like, damn, man, I haven't win like a year in the soul, and I ain't cracked these cheeks open for nobody. But
Well, I think for me, it started off as I needed to really like once I got out of my marriage, I was like, I really kind of need to take a break and repair my view of men for a second. Just to kind of make sure that when I enter back out here that I am good. So a lot of it started as like me just being on a healing journey.
mm,
As I began to date, and kind of just get back out there after being married for 8 years, I realized how many men make me dry up
oh wow,
because of their thinking, because of how they, conduct themselves. I'm a leader, so I'm very attracted to men who are in their authority and who are leaders. And there's a difference in doing rah rah rah. You know what I'm saying? Doing that type of thing and actually having power. So I like men who operate from a sense of power. And it's not a lot of those type of men make me melt. Everybody else make me drive like the Sahara.
well, I be trying to tell heifers that everybody want alpha male. Like all y'all can't get alpha male. Like it's not possible. If everybody's alpha male,
Mhm.
who's leading the troop?
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
so, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I like men who are sure of themselves, and who are clear. And I think in today's society, it's a lot of people just in general, not just men, that are just listening to a bunch of bullshit. And because they listen to a bunch of bullshit, like that's how they live in their lives.
Social media and these podcasts. That's why I was scared to bring
Yeah.
that shit back.
Yeah. Don't be though, because you're
I was
coming
like,
from
don't group me in this bullshit.
yeah, but you shouldn't be though, because you're coming from a true perspective. I think a lot of people are talking out of hurt. A lot of people are talking jargon that they've heard, and a lot of people just trying to go viral. So I
Mhm.
always tell people before you like implement anything into your life that these people are actually telling you, check them out first.
Yeah, and it also just doesn't really make sense to your life. Like some
Yes.
things can be good advice, but it doesn't apply to your life because it's not what not type of people you date. You're not the type of people that person's going to date. So it's
Yes.
like you can't really apply advice when it doesn't go with it doesn't fit.
Mhm.
So, so you went on a spell and said, "Fuck these niggas," because these niggas yuck.
Yeah, it was some yuck. It was some yuck.
And
It's interesting. I
and
just
and that's how
yeah.
it started, but it's still going. So
Yeah, it's still going because I'm still kind of like, yeah, no,
man, might as
nope.
well be a nun.
Yeah, it's like no. And it ain't that I don't necessarily want to or I don't have a desire to, because this desire is definitely there, but it's just I have the mindset too, like, if Imma lay with you, can I have kids with you? And so my thing is, like, I be thinking about that because the reality is
True.
that we finna lay down. See, I have to be real with me about who I am and how I am. I'm definitely like, I like to be all out for my one person. And if we
Mhm.
finna be all out like this, I need to know that you can take care of a family. I need to see how you actually like interact. Like, are you really somebody I want to be connected to for that long term? Because I'm always thinking long term.
Right.
So if I see the way you think or I see the way you treat your children currently, like if you ain't talking about your kids enough, to me it's giving deadbeat. It's giving you not active. You know what I'm saying? And so
Right.
if you're not active in the lives of those you've created, who the hell are you gonna be to me?
I mean, if y'all together,
Yeah.
they,
So I'm thinking
I
I think
heard dads be, super active with people they be with the woman.
you know what? Yeah, I've seen people be very super active when they're not with the woman, but when they're not with the woman, it's like, and I'm like, these still your seed, you know. So for me, it's just the looking at everything as a whole and knowing what type of life I want to live. And I always look for people who can add value to my life because I know the type of value I can add. So
Right.
if you can't really add no value to me, I ain't gonna give you my cat. Like it just don't make sense to me.
I mean, I feel you. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody, I guess I'm easy. Just don't say shit stupid. Because it's just so big. I have that same thought process. Like, obviously, I know it's a risk I can get this girl pregnant, but it's just entirely too easy to not get girls pregnant. I don't understand how these people just get people pregnant. Like, I'd had my first child, do the math, three, yeah, at 32 going on 33. Like,
Hmm.
it ain't that fucking hard. Like, I went all them years of not getting nobody pregnant besides one in the hospital.
Hmm. Hmm.
The one she was on the shot. So
Hmm.
what I've learned about that shit is if you not like on that shit, and they also have like them little days where it's not as efficient.
Hmm.
So shit happens. Whatever.
Hmm. It
You
does.
gotta if you're gonna be on birth control, you might as well test it out. Make sure you're strong. It's working. So
And
but
so
we
you
was in a
tried.
relationship, so it was
Okay.
fine. I wasn't
Yeah.
tripping. The possible was just she said she was.
Hmm.
And, well, she was, but it was like on purpose too. So
Gotcha.
I don't do the mistake babies.
Yeah, I don't think there's such a thing.
It is.
Do you think it's really a mistake, baby? I just feel like people be
Well,
reckless.
mistake. We know mistake. No, I'm a stickler for words. So mistake just meaning a decision made in bad judgment, poor
Okay.
choice.
Given.
Now accident, no.
Okay.
Now accident is something that's like you was fucking with the condom, it broke as soon as you nutted. You felt the pop, but you nutting, so you don't really feel the pop at the same time.
Mhm.
That's an accident.
I can
Uh,
understand that.
but you fucking raw. You just made a poor decision. So that's some. I get it. It's a mistake. Mistake, baby. Oops. But I grew up idolizing porn, so I just thought like nutting on women was cool. So my pullout game is crazy.
I'm crying.
My pullout game is crazy. So yeah, nah, it's just too easy not to get somebody pregnant. So yeah,
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like it's too easy, but I also feel like I don't know. I be feeling like sometimes too. I'm cautious because when men, be, I don't have any kids. So one thing when men are like, "Oh, you don't have any kids," sometimes I feel like it's a target on my back too. So I have to be like,
The Target oil, it could be
Like
like, man, this bitch might be crazy. Like, no kids. Like, I don't know your age, but
40.
yeah, as you get older, you get like, alright, what I realized, cause hey, them folks told me they thought my dick was broke when I didn't have a kid by 30.
Mhm.
They said,
Mhm.
yo, damn, your dick don't work, nigga, your shit don't work. Like, it worked just fine, sister.
It's just
I
being
told
cautious.
y'all I'll make you kids. Try to tell y'all.
Sierra's daughter is adorable.
I tried to tell them. They like, you don't know. I'm like, I know. I know it's in my genes.
I know that's right. I'm real serious about that. Like, I take being a parent so serious, and
You
so I'm
should.
just like I'm paying attention to what other people are doing. I'm just like, do I want to have kids with these people? And I'm like, no, because
So,
yeah, mm-mm.
since you are at the age you are, I know biological clock and all that shit,
Hmm.
would you be satisfied with life if you didn't have a kid?
Yeah, I would be cool with I can have them or I can not have them.
Okay.
The way the world is going, realistically, I have no problem getting on board and being bonus mom. If you and her cool, I can get on as a third person and we all can rear these children in the direction they
Right.
need to go in. Like I'm totally fine with that. And to be honest, I probably would prefer that better because I'm finally in this space where I'm 40 where I like my body and stuff like that. So I just don't feel like bringing my body through all of that stress anyway. So
I
if we
feel
can
it.
do that, we can roll with it. And you ain't got to deal with the hormones of me being out. You ain't got to deal with none of that. Come in, you got kids, okay,
It's,
bet.
it's a tough job, bro. But it's a very underrated when you. I would never think about that shit that the niggas got to deal with. I don't get me wrong. What women have to do is obviously more severe and more important. But that other shit be crazy, boy.
Yeah, I think you know what? I think each role comes with its level of difficulty. I think fatherhood, just like womanhood and manhood, fatherhood and motherhood each come with their own set of difficulties and struggles. And I
Yeah.
think nobody can discredit either or because nobody
Oh, they
knows what
just
it's like to walk.
they discredit.
I know they try to, and they try to, and they're very vocal about it. But the reality is, unless you walk that, you don't really know what that's like. I would never act like I know what it is for to be a man. I would never act like I know what it's like to be a father. But I see the difficulties on both ends. Outside looking in with no kids, motherhood and fatherhood, and it's a hell of a job that you never get a raise on. You don't get a manual. You
At
don't get
all.
any days
You just
off.
winging it.
Yeah, you're literally winging it in the midst of you trying to figure out yourself.
Yourself, if you're together, you're still trying to maintain a relationship. Make sure the kid is cool. You
Yeah,
don't want to be too much about the kid where you start neglecting the relationship. You don't be
right.
too much about the relationship where you're neglecting the kid.
Hmm.
You're trying to, if you're a good father, you're trying to be just as fair with what you can do with helping the mom. Because, like staying up late with her,
Hmm.
changing diapers, feedings, baths, and all that. Just to give her some type of lighten her load or whatever. But a lot of times, some women don't even like let the dude do shit. And it's like, if you not gonna let the nigga be a father, why you let the nigga nut you?
Yeah.
If you don't
Yeah.
trust him, his capacity to be.
See, and that's the problem. And I think what you say, like, that's exactly why I don't go full fledged in the beginning because I think people out of desperate, a lot of people are desperate. Let's just get into the real.
As we get older, they more
A lot
desperate
of
they get.
people are desperate, especially like there's an age bracket that happens with women. And I think because I was married, and I spent some time in that and I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. But that after 35 to like 45, a lot of women go through a period of like depression if they've never or desperation. If they've never been married, they really, really want someone. So that's where the settling and just making crazy decisions really start happening because you just want to feel something. And
Right,
when you create children out of that, I just think it's very difficult. And for me, I dare not curse my child by making a decision out of desperation because
right.
that's going to come back to harm my baby. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm talking about choosing like a partner and I'm laying down with him and all of that, like I'm thinking about all that type of stuff because it's very important to me. It's very valuable to me. But people in that space. You know, women want to be married. If they ain't never been married, you know, they thinking about kids. They listen to all, any and everything, and they, you know, they stress. And then you're choosing people that you land with that you don't trust. Like it don't make sense to me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think a lot of women. I'm pretty sure dudes do it. I didn't personally, as far as like family, but I just remember like a lot of my classmates having this like timeline of their life. I'm going to graduate by 22, 23, have in my career, worked it a couple of years, meet my fiance by 25, get married by 27, had a first kid by 29, and
Yeah,
then they look up at 30, they really ain't got none of that shit, and now they feel bad. And
yeah.
I
And I
guess
think,
it leads to
yeah,
the other shit.
I think the question comes into play though, like, who told you you had to live like that though? And I think that goes back to like how we were talking about you listening to people, listening to society telling you,
Yeah.
oh, you know, all this different. I mean, they all, you know, the whole thing, the American dream of what your life is supposed to be like. You really have to wake up from that and create the life you really want to have.
Yeah, like I just think folks gotta understand that everybody race is not the same. Like you may not graduate 22, you're gonna graduate 25. You still graduated. You still got it done. You might
Right,
not be into your career until you're 30. That shit happens. Oprah didn't make it big till she was like 40. Uh,
right.
like, cool. Like, I personally had my kid in the age range that I wanted to, but I knew I didn't want to have no kids until I was like 28,
Hmm.
like 30 plus, because I just knew maturity wise, I wasn't gonna be a good dad. I was gonna be a good dad, but I wasn't gonna be. I was gonna be like the nigga that always have fun. Like, go ahead, go ask your mama, cause I know she gonna tell you no. I don't want to tell you no, so
Yeah,
she gonna tell you no.
right.
So be shit like that. But providing for my kid, that was never a word. Cause this one, that's probably I can say maybe helped lead to the demise of my marriage. I
Hmm.
always wanted to be a father, so that was always a priority of mine. And just in a third, I never envisioned myself being a husband. So I didn't. I ain't say I didn't go into it. 'Cause I take all that shit seriously. I can see how that. I was reading this book. I think it's called the 12-Week Year,
Hmm.
and one of the statements said, what I had a realization too around the same time is you can try to change your behavior all you want, but if you don't change your mindset, your behavior is gonna go back to whatever it is. So
Facts.
had I had the same vigor for being a husband and like certain like mindsets towards certain topics, it had been different. My actions on my end would be a lot different.
Hmm.
So that's how accept that shit.
Yeah. I
So
feel that. It's one of those things. Belief. I say it all the time. Belief impacts biology, and biology influences the way you behave. So literally, whatever you believe, the body's gonna come into agreement with, and the behavior is gonna exhibit. If you believe, oh, I can't do this, then the body's gonna sit and not do it, and the result of where you behave is procrastinating.
mhm.
So, you know, and really and truly, we not taught how this marriage shit go either. So even when I got married, I didn't really know what's going on, which is why I date the way I date now very intentionally, because a lot of things I just didn't know. I didn't grow up seeing, oh, this is how you do marriage. This is marriage in a healthy way. Like I didn't grow up seeing that, so I didn't know. And like you said, the book tells you like we revert back to what we're programmed to know, unless we change the program. That's just
Right.
what it is, you
Yeah,
know.
so that's just pretty much that shit. Cause it's like when you think of certain type of way, you especially you think this way for like the longest, a situation is really not going to change. Like one thing for me, like I know most niggas be lying and saying, but nigga, I be knowing y'all still stay with that girl. Infidelity for me is not a big deal, man.
Okay.
Like you fucking off, I just feel like it's just basic human nature.
Mhm.
Like you know what I'm saying? Now once I approach you about it, it's kind of like okay, can you just own up to it?
Mhm.
Like don't. And even if you are using me in what I lacked as an excuse, but you just gotta at the end of the day, you're like, I still fucked up.
Yeah.
But then we can address like, okay, cool. Yeah, I was spirit dismissal for your feelings for 6 months. And
Yeah.
I need to improve that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That type of shit.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people feel like you can push a partner to cheat. And I'm like, no, not realistic, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, they made the decision. They got to own up to it. But
Yeah.
if you neglected them, and like I know a lot of women that use sex as a motherfucking manipulation tool to get what they want, man, nigga may be like, you know what, fuck this shit, bro.
Mhm. Mhm. I'm not a
So
fan of I'm not a fan of playing games. I'm very like direct. I think when it comes down to like fidelity, it just needs to be the agreement, whatever the agreement is amongst those people. Because there are people who are like, listen, there are men who will come in and say, listen, I like to entertain other women. This is what I like to do. This is what I do. If that's not really your thing, then don't sign up for that. But I
right,
also feel like, too, like how you're saying, I feel like this about cheating. With if you're supposed to be exclusive and you're cheating, right?
mhm,
My take on it is people who cheat, as a person who's cheated before, so let me not just act like I ain't never cheated, okay?
right,
So as a person who's cheated before, I sum cheating up to two things. Either you scared to leave or you don't know how to communicate. I stand very heavy on that. Either you can't communicate what the problem is despite whatever is happening, or you scared to leave or confront the situation. But either way
eh,
it go, that's just me. But I feel like it's still a decision. I would never blame someone for what I choose to do. Now you can add to that. You not being there, you not being available can be
yeah,
reasons that add to that. You know what I'm saying? But initially, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm going after what I want.
right,
And at whatever reason, I'm not getting it from you. And I'm tired of confronting you about it, or I don't want to communicate it about it anymore for whatever reason. And I'm not ready to leave. So I'm just going to go do what I want to do.
right. Temporary
Um,
little band-aid.
yeah, yeah, but I think one thing too about me is I don't have a problem, and I don't know if it's because we both are fire signs, but I'm very much so like just say what it is. Like I can take accountability, I can deal with that, and I can take ownership for what I do, and I can tell you why I did what I did. I'm not gonna
Right.
ever excuse it, you know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of the key thing when it comes down to stuff like that is people are not honest. People are
Yeah.
not
I
honest. They
mean,
lie.
generally speaking, yeah.
Yeah, they lie. They lie to themselves. Therefore, you have no choice but to lie to other people. You only want to keep it real with yourself that you want to deal with multiple people. Just say that so you can have people who are okay with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus you trying to act like, oh, I just want one person. No, it's the real.
Well, to push back a bit, some people are just blindly cheaters. Like they're habitual. They know they gonna continue doing what the fuck they gonna do regardless of the fact. So those are the people that need to be honest with themselves and say this is what it is. I do think that a lot of people who cheat do have the sincerest, genuine, like they don't intend to cheat.
Yeah,
But they might have different traits. They might be just weak in the flesh. They don't have the discipline for it. Something might happen and it triggers them. So they like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going on this girl's trip. So I'm having me a little fun. I'm going on this guy's trip. I know a chick in this city. I'm gonna knock that off and come back home and they be cool. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying? They hold it down. They not doing shit in the city. They just So I just think different people cheat. It's like different forms of cheating. Everybody is not the habitual cheater. I just think when people talk about cheating, they talk about it like for the person that just continuously cheat.
yeah,
They get into the relationship and they just know for a fact, hey, we just made a fish today. They in somebody's inbox tonight type shit.
yeah.
Like
And I
that's
ain't gonna.
different. That's a person that's just not honest with themselves, this, that, and the third. But I just do think most people that try to like not cheat, that's their intention. I
Mhm,
just feel like in long lasting relationships, there's in the form of some cheating in some type of way because most people don't have the traits to say no all the time.
yeah.
Motherfuckers can't commit to themselves for a diet for 6 weeks.
Listen.
Motherfuckers don't. It's too many humans in general live life based upon how they feel.
Yeah.
Entirely too much. They'll flake on their plans. They'll flake on their job. They'll not do this because they don't feel like they don't go to the gym because they don't feel like they tired. Like humans in general just put feelings in front of duty.
Mhm,
So if you're really do that and it benefits yourself, that's kind of asinine in my opinion to expect somebody to commit to you for the next 40 years and not do nothing whatsoever.
mhm.
The cheat ain't just fucking.
Right. Absolutely right.
So,
You hit the nail on the head too, because I just talked about that with my audience yesterday. There are 10 things that happens when you're inconsistent. And all of those things will make a person not trust a person. But it only takes 3 things for you to become consistent. And it's very like crazy how we will do everything else but what it is that we really supposed to be or need to be doing. And like you
Yeah,
said, I always tell people all the time that self care is the key fundamental of every single relationship. You set the tone of how people treat you by the way you treat yourself.
hmm,
So if you don't treat yourself well, if you're not committed to you, if you don't really fuck with you, then there's no way, and you don't recognize your own internal value, there's no way that you're going to create a valuable relationship or be able to commit or do these things when you don't honor yourself in that way. And I think you hit a really good point on that. People don't realize that who you are sets the tone for how other people treat you. I don't
yeah.
care what nobody say. Like men know when you really respect yourself. Men really know when you celibate for real, or if you really trying to scream you celibate because you're really hoeing and you ready to go, and you want him to not try you, but he gonna try you anyway. You
I
know what
think a
I'm
lot of
saying?
women say this. First of all, they use celibate wrong
Thank you.
99% of the time.
Thank you. Because they're talking about abstinence, because celibacy is a vow.
Yeah. Secondly, I think a lot of women tell dudes that just to see the dude's reaction. Uh, Most times, a woman told me that, like, okay, I'm like, cool, cool. Took them out on a date, couple of dates.
Legs open. They don't say legs open. Why are you lying?
I'm like why? And that's when I stopped taking them serious because it's like you told me that you was celibate till you thought you was gonna be in a relationship with this. And I'm like, bro, we ain't never talked about this shit. Like, no relationships in sight. It's
Yeah.
not gonna happen right now. So
Yeah.
therefore, now I can't take you serious. That hey, you just came in just being whatever. We just cool, vibes good. You end up fucking at the first date, cool, boom, you straight.
Mm-hmm.
Now I
I
can take you. I still take you serious, but as soon as you do this shit, I don't take you serious. Nah.
I tell women that all the time. I was like, when you tell a man stuff, then a man is going to anyone, a child, anyone, is going to test that boundary that you claim that you say that you have in some form of fashion to see if
I'm
you
an
really mean it.
habitual tester
That's
in
what I'm
that fashion.
saying.
Like you talk big shit, I'm gonna pull your card. Let's go. What's
Me
up?
too. That's me. I'm gonna pull your car every time. So you saying that and then you violating, you lose a man's respect right then and there because he don't take you for real because you a whole shapeshifter. Who you said you was is not who you are. And why would I trust you? Why would I take you serious? So,
Exactly.
everybody talk about standing on business, but people really be standing on quicksand. So yeah, it's
People principles and standards and all that is it's not solid, bro. This shit change with depending on what they going through, who going through it, one of they phase or amount of money
mm-hmm,
come into play.
mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, all right.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so you said that you've been celibate or you've been abstinent for like a month
This
or so
is
now.
this is not by choice.
I was about to ask, is it
This
by
is not a
choice? It's
choice.
not a
I mean, I
choice.
had surgery, so I couldn't do nothing. I mean, technically, I could have fucked, but it was like, who's finna risk like opening my whole leg up for some coochie? Like,
No,
I
for
can't
real.
really move. I don't trust your skills to ride. I don't. You ain't got that type of rapport.
I'm crying.
You ain't got that coochie rapport. So, I don't know what you can do on top. So I'm not risking my health for that shit. And then I think I had reached the point. So we got separated last May. So I just did what the typical nigga did. Turned up, ran through some, hoes, had my fun, and
Mm-hmm.
I just kept going. I hit like a bad batch of coochie. And it's just like,
You said a bad batch?
yeah, I like if this was out here in these streets, boy, I keep my shit to myself. So it's kind of like, all right. So I start slowing down, and then they just like the typical shit's happening. I ain't tell a motherfucker that I ain't looking for nothing serious. They're like, okay, cool. 2 weeks later, they trying to apply pressure, I guess, because they old. I'm like, bro, I told you what's going on. Like, what you expecting? So I started slowly but surely, like, keeping myself in a way. And shit, I had my surgery, and I just like, I don't really like rapping nobody in that level that I even want to fuck.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because I had no choice but to talk to motherfuckers. So I told you, it fucked up my system.
Cause you
by
can't.
having to talk to the motherfuckers. So if I didn't have to talk to them like that, I would probably been,
You be good.
yeah.
I'm
But
crying.
now it's kind of like, fuck it. Yeah, I don't really care because, like you, and you said you already been married, so you're not really pressed for it. I've been old, so I really ain't pressed for it. Like I had my fair share, so it's kind of like, all right, cool. I ain't really pressed for it. It'd be nice, especially when I like drunk. But I just don't get drunk no more.
Yeah, especially if it's a bad. If you've been having a bad batch, sheesh.
Boy, I'm talking about I was like
Sheesh.
3 straight. I said, what the fuck?
Oh.
Like, what the fuck is going on? Man, like,
Oh wait.
shit. Talk about having fake nuts. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh no.
If
See
this
now
is
you
what's
know
in
it's
these
bad.
streets, I don't want this stepped on that shit. I need some of that 2012 to 2012 coochie or something. Something. I don't know.
Not stepped on. I'm
When that
crying.
shit was good. Shit was good before I got before I got married. So I don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers got going on.
Listen, and that hell, they don't know what they got
You
going
better
on.
start eating pork again. They need to do something. Drink water at the water hose. I need something. You need
I'm
some prime
crying.
shit.
Oh wait. So it didn't plan on being that long, but it ended up being that long. I can
Yeah,
go.
it's pretty much this is absolutely a mistake. And then the motherfuckers that I wouldn't mind is like, hey fellas, be a father. I need some assistance. Like, give these folks some help.
So I
Like,
can.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep her in a good mental space, but you fucking it up.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
that's pretty much it. Just and I guess that's what I am learning is dating as a middle aged man. I guess at 35 I can say I'm middle age.
yeah. Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, cause
You
niggas
got
don't
a
live
little. You about to hit unk status, kind of.
niggas don't live to like 6 to 8 anyway. See, it's about the middle. I'm at the middle age. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just learning like it's just a different ball game. Like shit just different. So
Yeah,
I guess getting adjusted from there, a 5 year, 45 year relationship, and you getting adjusted. Just it's like I'm out the game. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I don't know my dating style works for motherfuckers. So I don't
yes.
know.
No, I get it. That's how I felt.
I feel like
That's
a
how I
motherfucker that's like, a nigga that did 10 years in jail. They went in jail when they had a race and they come out now we got touchscreen phones. Like, what the fuck is this?
felt. I came out. I was like, I don't know if this is what I really want to participate in because this shit
The
right here is just
shenanigans.
what is wrong with these folks?
Everybody hurt.
Everybody unhinged. They so
Everybody
hurt.
unhinged. Everybody hurt. Nobody
Man.
healed. Nobody want to just be vulnerable, but they want this. I'm like,
Yeah. Nobody wants to be real about what
everybody
they want.
lying
And
to
then
their
these folks ain't got
cheeks.
no discernment. They ain't got no discernment either. And they just
Folks
want to
don't
blame
lie.
everybody for their problem.
It's like they don't take accountability and acknowledge the shit that they played in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn. Like, it was one chick, bro. She want to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to her because she's like, not to be insensitive to her circumstances, but it's like every time I talk to her, it's like something is going on. I'm like, bitch, have a good day for once. For once. Like,
For
just
what?
for once. Like, every now and then, drop me some mac and cheese and just be good. Like, damn. Like, every goddamn time I gotta give you some fucking advice. I'm tired. No,
Yeah.
you're not finna talk. Not even on a casual level.
I feel you. Because every time, if something has happened in your life, every single time we talk, you can't convince me you're not the problem.
Nah.
So before you become
Like,
a
it
problem in
didn't
my
even be like her like just like shit around. Like, baby, you just bad luck.
life, come out of that season and come see me.
Like, you bad luck. Like, god damn,
Come see
everything
me.
around you just failing.
Yeah.
Everybody around you just dying. Like, damn, all right, stay away
That's
from
why I
me.
said, baby, come back when you graduated from all of that.
I tell you all the time. I stay away from women that got a lot of RRPs and long lives in their bios.
But why is that?
I stay away from women like that.
They're right. Because you always got a problem. It's
Cause
always
you even
something.
add me to that bio. Nope, I'm cool.
I'm crying. I'm crying. So, okay. So, in the space that you're in now, would you say that you are dating or would you date? Would you date, like travel date, like date people out of? Where you are?
I gotta get my money up for that, but yeah, I would.
Mm.
Uh, my main focus is getting my finances back to where I want them trying to be,
Mhm.
and my daughter. So
Yeah.
everything outside of that really don't matter. I would date for fun. Like I would say that's my answer to your question. I'm dating for fun. Like I'm
Yeah.
dating for like I ain't gonna say temporary companionship because I do like genuinely making friends. Like I genuinely like meeting new people. I like want to establish connections. This and the third.
Mhm.
So, but seriously, Dave, yeah, no.
I get
I ain't
it.
saying that as a person that's like hurt and scorned or as a nigga that don't want love. Like I want love.
Mhm.
I just know my focus right now. Like soon as I get back to working, I'm gonna get my one job, and then my focus goes like growing this podcast. I'm probably gonna get another job. So I'm
Mhm.
like I'm gonna be on the grind on the go with my kid.
Mhm.
I just know this year is just not gonna be for me personally. It's not gonna be for me as far as like dating romantic. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
Yeah. I don't think anything is wrong with that. It sounds. I mean, you sounding like you got your priorities where you need them to be, and
yeah,
whoever just comes in your space has to understand your priorities that you got going on. And if you, I feel like if you attract the right woman who understands that priority wise is focusing on what you're doing as far as your money is concerned, and when it comes down to your daughter, anyone who doesn't understand that is just not ready to even
yeah.
be. They not with the vibes because they don't even understand like what's important.
Exactly. Like, bitch, be some help. Like, be some help. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if I meet that person and it makes sense, then yeah, I'd be like, okay, cool. I consider the starting the process of a relationship. Because, like, for me, to even relationship with a person, I got to see gray hair with you. So, when it comes to relationships, I am forward thinking. The coochie, right now. Relationships, though,
Yeah.
I take that very serious. Like, I commit to that, then I step up. Like I never thought marriage was the holy grail of everything.
Mhm.
Never. I guess maybe because my mom got divorced, and I knew like people in my neighborhood, my friends, their parents had got divorced. I knew early on that marriage just wasn't a guarantee, and it wasn't something long lasting for everybody.
Mhm.
So I just knew to take relationships serious because you can invest and you can still be happy and fulfilled with somebody you just want to technically call your girlfriend, your boyfriend.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't have to be husband or wife. I get the benefits and this, that, and the third, woo,
Mhm.
woo, all the shit. But if you're knowledgeable, you know how to do paperwork to make sure that person is taken care of. But we're
Mhm.
not gonna get into all that shit because people don't want to read anyway.
Would you okay, so would you do you now this is the range question. Do you date the rainbow or do you just solely date or
Black women, come on
black
now,
women only? Okay.
dark meat.
Okay.
It's like my dark meat. The as far as I would go,
Mhm.
maybe Latino, but she gotta be like a real Latino. She can't be Nick Latino. Because if you're gonna act like that, I might as well date a black woman.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I be feeling like about like certain shit, like hanging with certain people. Is like I'm
Mhm.
not finna hang around the motherfucker. I could just hang around the real thing.
No,
So
for real. I feel that. I feel that. I
because
feel
you're not finna call me out. This nigga sell that ass. Nigga, look how she had. Ooh, I don't even talk down on black women. So it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm not that guy, but I understand. I should just got me the authentic John. I got
I'm
the
crying.
vegan black woman. So nah, I stick to black women. I
Okay.
just want to date somebody that can say nigga
I'm crying.
and not get questioned about it.
I got you. I don't mind. I'll date across the board. It don't really
Nah, I
bother
can't
me.
do it, man. I had college experience because my friends hyped up white
Mhm.
coochie and that shit was some mid. I'm cool.
And I've never been with a white man like that, but I've just only like just dated, and it's just, I think the reaction, like I had a situation, I went out with a guy, and I showed up, I was there a little bit earlier, and so there were two older black men that were sitting at the bar, and so they saw me, and I could see them saying like, "She fine," like so. It was seeming like one of them was going to end up saying that, but they never said anything. So I was there for a couple of minutes before he walked in. So when he walked in, and then he's telling them like, "Oh, this is what we're doing." When I tell you the look of disgust that men gave me,
Yeah,
One of
man.
them was like, "What the?" And then he turned around to his friend, saw her look, and just shook his head. I was like, "Baby, y'all act like I betrayed the whole."
You did. You did. It's not reparations.
Baby, the folks said, "Why is she?" One man was like, "She is fine. What is she with him?" Well, and I'm like, "Y'all okay?" But
Nah,
y'all say,
take
but
some
then my
shit
thing is,
personal.
they sat there the whole time. Nobody said nothing to me. Y'all just sat and talked amongst yourselves about how I looked, and none of y'all
Bro.
even approached me.
But I guess they figured you had another a black king on the way. They ain't expect no ivory nigga coming that motherfucker.
They didn't,
They
and
ain't
they
expect
was
that. They
mad.
expected some black king coming in,
They was mad.
hang over and shit.
Yeah, they was mad. They was real spicy. And my
Yeah, I don't
friend,
get mad at motherfuckers like they outside the race. Do your thing. I don't really care. Just don't be the person to kick
yeah, I love.
black
That's what
men
I'm
and
saying.
black
I
women
love
in
black people.
backseat to up your
Yeah,
white spouse. Like
I agree. Don't do
like what
that.
was Jeezy ex wife? This was Shorty said. She kicked the back end of black men just to up her white husband. I was like, all right, so that's what we married? All right.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, when you hear things, you need to pay attention to those things.
Yeah, Thomas, she could have changed, bro. She was 40 when she said this shit. Fuck.
Yeah, that's that.
Ain't nobody changing that goddamn much, bro.
Yeah, he made that real clear. I don't. I'm all for whoever is treating me well, who's honoring
Love is
me.
love.
So I'm not really tripping
You
too
can't
much.
help who you love. Yes, you can. You can help who you spend time with.
Yeah, that is true. Now here's the thing though, you better understand and recognize what time it is over here. Cause I'm black, black, blackly black, black, black. Okay?
Bro,
Like my
like, you
favorite
can't help who you love. Yes, you can. Like, don't come over here crying and call you a nigga while y'all fucking. Nigga, what am I supposed to do?
I could not. But no, I haven't none of I've only just like dated, gone out just to see, but child, them black men was like they hated me.
Older dudes really like they grew up during that time period too. Older black people just hate that shit.
Mhm.
Man, I hate that shit. Despite
Yeah.
me, it doesn't bother me. I guess maybe just when I lived in Chattanooga, it was pretty much the norm. Like it was normal to see a nigga, to see interracial relationships or whatever. Like it
Mhm.
was normal as shit. So I like,
Mhm.
okay, cool, whatever. So I lost my little bigoted thoughts about that shit
Yeah.
living there.
Yeah.
But like I said, as long as you ain't kicking by the back end, because trust me, if you are, and once y'all break up, and that nigga doing some flagrant shit to your ass, I am on your head.
Right. Yeah, no, that
All the jokes are flying. I don't give a fuck what that nigga did.
yeah.
Oh, he did what? I thought you said on the black man did that.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing too. I don't have an issue with anybody dating whoever it is. Just don't be like, I don't like black women, I don't like black men. Like that just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't date them. Like that doesn't make sense to me. Like I love and adore black men. Like I don't
Yeah, because like
like
some people be like, I give like I think Russell Christian grew up in a predominantly white
mhm.
West Coast, and I don't think people just take into account like that's all you're around, that's all you really know. So
Mhm.
you're going to date more than likely. Now, once he started, you're like, oh, this what black don't like for real? Yeah, you know. Sometimes you enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I remember I still don't like girly girls.
Mhm.
I grew up in the hood. Like, I'm like step above the hood, dudes, but still below the girly girls and shit.
You're right in the middle, right in that
Yeah, I like
little.
a little mixture of both.
Yeah, I got you. I got
You
you. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Nah, so as a nomad that's pimping across all the country, that's holding the coochie hostage,
Basically.
that's cold
And it
shit.
works. But you know what? It work. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Doing this and being in this space, this is the best dating experience that I've had being in this type of space because I'm very clear like about what I want. I'm very clear about where I am. And I think it all boils down to honesty. And the men who don't like it, like there are men who come and say, "No, I just want you to myself." And I'm like, "Okay. So are you ready to really take on everything that comes with like me by myself? Are
Right.
you okay with the fact that I am a creative and I work for myself and I don't do corporate? Are you okay that I built my business around me being a stay-at-home wife and mom? Like, are you prepared for that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you really what are you really asking for here? While you're saying
Right.
that you want me to yourself. I don't think you're really prepared for that. And if you're not, you need not be asking me. You know what I'm saying? That.
Yeah. So that was, I guess, the stay at home thing was my uh, I kind of. I'm asking the way.
Okay.
So I was gonna say once you once find that guy or guys, because 2024
I only want one. Okay.
people like what they like.
Yeah.
So once you find that guy, which I was gonna say, would you prefer him to be a nomad or willing to settle down in one city that he stay, or y'all find a city together that you like, hey, how about we just plant our roots here?
Mhm.
Like, which one would you prefer?
Mhm. Well, to be honest, a huge part of me doing this digital nomad lifestyle is because I feel like I don't feel like I'm going to be single. Like I'm single technically by choice because I haven't felt comfortable enough to be like, yes, this is who I really want to be with. But I feel like whoever that person is, I would be comfortable and trusting and going to be with them. But I still need the freedom to be able to travel when I need to, because that does something for me creatively, and it also is like a refresher for me. So I would be totally open to going to be with my husband. So it's a lot of stuff that I don't have, like my business does well, but I don't have a car because it doesn't make sense for me to have a car
Right,
when I'm about to be paying for it to sit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like my next transition is going to be wherever my actual husband is or whoever I choose to come under in that space. So I need him actually to be stable. I don't really, as a creative who does well in my business, I don't desire really to date another creative or entrepreneur unless they've been established for a long time because I know their journey. So if I'm flying, we need stability.
right,
And I would much prefer for my husband or who my partner who I'm with to be grounded in that and me come and build on top of what he has grounding and add the value to that and him provide the stability, the security and the safety that I need and me in my position it making it extremely easy for him to do that for me because he gets my joy, he gets my pleasantness, he get and it's not just he gets this when I feel good. He gets this because this is who I am and I
right,
pour into myself. And despite whatever he may be happening, if he needs space, I don't allow that to alter me. So, a man for me to come into that space, I just want he has to be stable. So I like men who have 9 to 5s. You'll hear women say, "Oh, I don't like a man." I like a man with a nine
I
to
mean,
five.
9 to 5, they look at it like nigga ain't making no money. Like, man, bitch. I mean, technically 9 to 5 is just a term for a job.
Yeah,
So I need to make pretty good money doing 9 to 5. So
absolutely.
what if he had the 9 to 5, but it didn't require him to be stationary?
Okay.
Like, journalists, they travel, they get to travel because all they gotta do really now, especially, is just type they articles or columns and send it to the editor and call it a day.
Okay.
So I know you like you said you like to travel, so would you prefer a partner that like to travel with you?
Yes.
Or you want him like, nah, nigga, you stay home,
Nah. I'm the type if
sit,
yeah, not sit. If I'm
stay.
no, not stay. I'm the type if I'm with you, like and that's another thing about me too, as far as being with someone. Like when I'm with you, I'm with you. So I want us to do things together. I want us to be together. I want us to travel. Now there are times that I want to travel by myself. And
Right.
it's not because I'm going to do anything, but it's literally me going to relax and just kind of refresh. And when I come back, I'm gonna be even better for you. So I want those times where we're traveling and we're doing stuff, but I also want you to have your own life. I don't want you to be consumed
Necessary.
so much with me that you ain't doing what you need to do. I don't want to be so consumed with you that I'm not doing what I need to do. Because then you start blaming people for not, giving what you're giving. Let's just
Mhm.
have an understanding. If we're gonna do this, you would like to travel. How many trips a year are we gonna take together? I know for sure if I'm gonna be coming into a family where I'm a wife and mom, let me go ahead and tell you that I'm gonna need at least every 6 months, 7 days by myself. You want to be 7 days in a hotel in the same city? I'm cool with it. If it's 7 days somewhere else, but I need to pull away from those roles to refresh myself so I can come back. Now, if
Right.
we got 4 trips in between, we taking a trip every quarter, it's a couple. I'm totally cool with it. You know, I'm totally fine with that. But I want you to have your own thing going too and not just be completely consumed in what I have going. And if you want to go on trips with your dude, your friends, I'm not tripping. Like I'm not hard up for that. I'm not on my man like, dude, you need to be in my face all the time. No, I need you to
Yeah,
be you and have your freedom because I need mine.
yeah. That ain't give me an old heifer.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me an older woman.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm 40. I ain't trying to be all. I just don't need that. Like if I know we have the understanding and at core we're in alignment and we're in agreement, I'm not worried about that. Cause especially if we're married. Cause in my mind, if we're married, that means there's a mission involved. So that's the only way I can come in under submission. So if there's a mission to raise amazing kids, guess what? Everything that comes against us raising amazing kids is an automatic no. You know what I'm saying? So if we have that understanding, I don't care what you do, don't mess up the mission because we married to the mission. We're connected to each other. We're partners in this mission, but we're married to this mission. So don't do nothing that's gonna mess up these kids if that's what we doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Hmm.
I was sure talking to like my partner. Yeah, came in town for another college friend with, and I said, man, I see why niggas either go our age go either go young or go old. And motherfuckers, women be thinking y'all just deal with young bras because that you can manipulate. I'm like, nah, the motherfuckers ain't hurt, bro. Like they ain't fucked up yet. So it's like it's a little easier to deal. But
I think
dealing
I
with
think it's
youth, you
different for
they
everyone.
just say a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah.
And
I
I
think
think like, was I that dumb at 24? I had to be. I'm not finna deal with it because this shit don't even make sense.
Yeah, yeah. I always think it's at the end of the day, it's always internal maturity. Because you can have a 26-year-old who is extremely mature internally, who positions herself or presents herself in a way that she comes across as 35. And then you can have a 40-year-old woman who positions herself and comes across as 22.
Yeah, no.
I think, like you
I
said
just
in the
need you to
beginning,
be like 27 though, because at
I'm
least then
crying.
you might have had your little whole phase. You just gotta have certain life experiences for me.
Yeah. I think everything is mindset too. I think one thing I think happens where, and I understand what men mean when they say, okay, it seems like you're getting older, you have all this baggage, you have all this stuff. It does come across like that when you are not doing your work. You know what I mean? Like one
Yeah,
thing about me is I pride myself on keeping my childlike spirit. I have every right to be jaded just like everybody else. I'm sure you do too, based on the experiences that we've had in life with human beings. I choose not to be that way. I choose to still be childlike. I choose to still have fun. I choose still to operate from a free space, but I have to do a lot of internal work to be there. Because yes, I've been through some shit. Who hasn't? But my baggage don't own me. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So I can meet men, and the thing is, I'm in that age bracket too, where I attract them young. I either get the son or the daddy. So I'm literally like in the middle.
Yeah, sometimes I'm at that. I'm damn near at that point. And then, but I look weird because some chicks be having like daughters that's 21. I be like, daughter look all right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want to be that guy that's like looking at them like that. It's like, man, let me
yeah,
just not talk to this girl.
yeah.
I don't need her. I don't need her daughter trying to throw that young Thundercat at me. No, wait a
I'm
minute though.
crying. I'm
Wait a minute
crying.
now. I done hit friends. Now
I'm
I hit
crying.
the mama and the daughter because she
Wait.
of age.
Some of them did it now. A lot of them did it. I think that's.
I try to give up my trifling ways.
I'm crying.
I'm trying to be less trifling as I get older.
Yeah. I tend to attract I attract some older, but I attract a lot of younger. And when I say younger, like at least 30 something. And they will come and they just like and I'm like, okay, listen. Like if you 30, for me to look your way like on the 30 on the dot, you have to have yourself together because it just doesn't make sense for you to come
Yeah,
because I'm not gonna be your mama now. We ain't gonna do that.
that's it.
Yeah, I can't do that for you. But that's just not gonna make no sense. But I tend to get anywhere from 35 to like 38. They really be on me extremely tough.
I
Um
mean, you
what?
know, I feel that.
Yeah.
Got some things on you.
I'm they
Man,
ain't going nowhere either, no matter what I
God
do.
good. God is good. God is good. So we come to the end. You have any other questions that you want to run by me? You can ask anything, any topic you want to hear me I spill
Mm,
on, anything.
I think you know what? I think you kind of answered my questions as far as like your journey with abstinence and your journey with how
I
you
don't even
date.
sound right.
But yeah, I think you kind of answered those questions for me and just kind of getting clear on like would you date like that and what your priorities and stuff are. So I think you were pretty clear and answered all my questions already.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm asking in 2024. That shit sound horrible.
I'm crying.
Man, listen, I don't know. As soon as they get better, I'm putting myself back in these bars, put myself back in these spaces to meet some nice, young, wholesome young ladies that want to give it up from time to time.
Want to give it up from time to time. I'm crying.
I'm just saying,
I got
folks,
you. I got you.
it's too many people need therapists and fathers. I ain't got time.
I got you. I got
I
you.
think my tolerance level for that shit is gone.
But you give such good. I think the some people may look at what I really love and adore about um your presence and your online presence is that it's very I feel it appears to me to be very authentic because it provides both ends of the spectrum. Like you're not just playing it up like, oh, this is all good. This is like, yeah, I have crazy days. Yes, I make mistakes. Yes, I do this. And I think women, if they just listen to you and take what you say at what it is, they'll be fine. I think it's when they try to tell themselves that they can do something else or romanticize you as in another position is where they mess up. Because I think you're very clear. Like, and we've talked about this before. Like, you're very clear on your stance, where you are, what you desire, what you want. And I just think women who don't fit that bill just need not apply.
Yeah, by the way, leave me alone. Like, what are y'all expecting, bro? Like, I tell Facebook, it's like a quarter for me.
Hmm.
I don't share everything. People think I share everything. Like, I really don't share too much. Like, people
Yeah,
think I'm super transparent. Just like because I just talk about realer shit than everybody else. Like,
yeah,
people might put they miss. I talk about real shit, but I don't share everything.
that's it. Me
But
either.
it's very me. I can't be nobody else personally. I can't be nobody else but myself.
Hmm.
So for me, I get it. I guess it's something refreshing for them. But I need the women that got their shit together to
Hmm.
come my way. Respect is all authenticity and
Hmm.
all that because I'm not trying to build a motherfucker up. I'm gonna build myself up. I ain't saying you got to become fully together. I help you improve and be the best version of yourself that you see for yourself. But
Hmm.
like I said, bro, every time I talk to you, I ain't trying to help you.
Yeah, just do your work. I think that's the thing. I think it's one thing I've realized is it's a lot easier to work in a group project or a team project when you do your own homework.
Yeah,
You know
you
what
do
I'm
your part.
saying? Yeah, it's easier. And I think too, when you've done the work like myself and you, it's hard to hear excuses about why you ain't getting shit done. Like it just for me, I don't want to hear it. Especially coming from men, I really don't want to hear it. I'm just not because
I
why
just
you come here?
like you an adult, bro. Like the job. Folks always say it's easier said than done. Does it change the fact that it got to be done?
Hmm.
No. I'm like, all right, then nigga, figure out how to do this shit. Like at some point, and I think that's what I am definitely going into choosing my spouse in the future. Do you operate off duty?
Mm.
If you can't operate off duty, then I can't really be with you. If you lack ambition or initiative, I don't really want to be with you
Mhm. Mhm.
because don't get me wrong, like yeah, leader, provider, this, that, and the third, but that shit is tiresome. Like you put it all on the onus of the man to figure shit out. That shit is tiresome.
Mhm.
All the fun shit, all the serious shit, all
Yeah.
this other shit. It's like why is this all on me? But you're gonna be treated like a partner. At this point, you are a dependent.
Yeah.
You
I
are a
feel that.
child in the situation.
Yeah.
You're not an adult. It's like you put everything on me.
Yeah.
And like, no, I need a partner
Yeah.
that has no problem voicing their opinion. It could be something simple. Like, hey, babe, I want to do this activity. All right, cool. When you want to do it Friday, that's good.
Mhm.
That's simple existence instead of just waiting on me all the time to have some fun.
Yeah.
Waiting on me to figure this. Like you might have a dope idea, but you're waiting on me to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
I might say something, and you can have like the parsley to make it better.
Mhm.
Like I just need somebody that's going. take care of business and not get on their fucking feelings and stop taking care of business. Like, all right, cool. Like, imagine a man. This is my favorite example because, like, women don't be understanding. I say this. I say, well, imagine a man get mad. He said, all right, cool. I'm not paying the mortgage this month.
Right.
Fuck you.
Right.
I'm not buying the groceries. Fuck this shit.
Mhm.
Nah, I ain't cutting the grass. I'm cool.
Right.
Like, he's not doing what he signed up as his duties to do.
Right. I think
Like, I'm not
yeah.
not gonna listen to your feelings. Fuck what you talking about.
I don't think, but I feel like what you're saying as far as what you want isn't real. It's not something that's not realistic. To me, it sounds like a wife and a partner. And the reason why I say that is because I think people like to quote scripture and pull when they feel like it, but when it speaks about like it, they always say, "Oh, when a man finds a wife, he got to find me." But it also says that, a man that finds a wife findeth favor from the Lord. You yourself as a wife, if you are the favor, if you don't understand that you're the favor, you're the amplifier of whatever that man is going to give you, then you ain't ready to be a wife. And I think, of course, the wedding and all that stuff, people get caught in that. Marriage is I am working with you and doing this. I don't always love you and like you all every 5 minutes. Like that's just not realistic.
Yes.
And I think when you're married to the mission, I think that's the biggest thing. One of the things it says in scripture is like, without a vision, the people will perish. People don't have a vision for how they want to live, how they want to do marriage, how they want to do family. And because there is no vision, there's nothing you're working towards. It's perishes. There's no partnership. And I always tell women all the time who desire men with resources, and they're like, women ask me, it's like, how do you get men? They be doing all this stuff for you. How do you do that? And you make your own money. Yes, they love doing things for me because I do make my own money, and they know that I can amplify whatever it is that they give me.
And stop being a hoe with your hand out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, you don't even have to do that when they see that you're doing it. They want to do things for you. They really
Exactly.
do that.
Like,
So,
well, if you come at them off rip, handouts, like,
right. And
I'm
I'm
gonna
being
give it to her, but she's not gonna be alone. I'm tired of nothing on her, and we be done.
but
She
and
is
that's
no
the thing.
value.
Yeah, I don't think women realize that. And it's not about how much money you make because I'm just like I have a 6-figure business that I built from the ground up. Men don't have an issue giving me things and doing things for me. They're very well aware that I can do things on my own and for myself. They want to come in and do these things for me. And I make it very easy for them to do that. I'm not like, oh, I like this and I'm not doing any of that. It's just more so they see me, they see my essence. And I'm not trying to overpower them with anything. And they desire to come in and make my life easier. And I appreciate that. But I've also been on the other side. I was a rah, 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 and you know what I'm saying? Oh, let me do this. And I wasn't getting anything from that. So I did my
Right.
own work. And now my dating life is a whole lot different. Where men are willing to do these things, but you have to show, and I always tell women this too, you want a man with resources, so you want to spend all his money, but you don't have an idea of how to keep this money rolling in, you're not going to live long. And a man not going to let you blow all his bag because it does not make sense to him.
How do
So
you act?
you have to be
I
able to expand.
want to pay all the bills, so I keep my money to myself. Bitch, no.
Yeah.
But we gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
And also, I tell you, are finding a husband, finding a wife, or whatever. Ladies, that doesn't mean you can't meet him halfway and put yourself in position to be found.
Right.
You can't find nobody sitting on the couch of your house watching Housewives of Atlanta or some shit. So this has been Tough Talks with Shawn, a LLBR product. We have Elle Antionette, Latoya. She has all these names where she be on the run. She got
Okay.
hoes in different area codes. There's got blue balls. No sweat on the wall.
They ain't got it for, I mean, they might be, just
No, they work hard for you. They want to be the one to crack the code.
I'm
A
crying.
national treasure. So please share with your friends. I hope you guys liked it. Like, subscribe, rate it, comment. If anything negative, you a hater. Peace.